Hey guys, Cam from 15 back at it with another video for you guys. And oh man, we're back for Danmachi. Isn't it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Season 4. Wow, just wow, dude. The ending of this week's episode, with the fact that seemingly enough, it's looking like Cassandra's predictions about this despair route coming true is absolutely going to happen. Now, it's it was looking good for our group. It was looking good for them. It looked like they were going to take the Alfbana down. It looked like they were doing some heavy damage on it. They looked like they were actually getting putting some work in. And I'm like, okay, they might actually get out of this actually relatively well. And even they make the mention, like, you know what? We might actually get out of this, we actually, you have it to where, you have it to where they're just like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. Um, and everything. You have Aisha pretty much saying, like, again, seems like we got luck on our side. The party's working together collaboratively, and everything. And then all it takes is the Albina using the waterfall, literally climbing up the waterfall, jumping out, smashing down, creating a pretty much a huge, like, blowback type of wave, or I guess a mini tsunami. And then that's when the entire game just absolutely changes. You have it to where Makoto gets taken underwater. You got the flesh-eating piranha things we saw. They're biting at her, and we only see the albina, the albina or Bana, what is it, swim over Makoto's body. So we don't know what happened to Makoto. She might be dead, she might not. Again, we don't see a body. We don't see a body yet. Um, so she could be dead, but it's implied that she died. And then things go back to worse when, everybody gets back up. Next thing you know, the creature, the monster, the boss starts just firing off fire. And remember, this fire will just melt your body within instant. It it has contact of you. You're dead. And then all of a sudden, you have it where Cassandra's like, oh, frick, she's freaking out and everything. Because she's like, wait, is the despair route coming true? Is this what, is going to happen to us? We had all this fake belief and everything that we are going to win. And now, guess what? It's over. And then all it had, you have Lily be like, we need to get out of here. It just fired an attack. Next thing you know, you just have it to where Haruhime pushes them out the way, but she gets caught up in the fire, and it's suggested that she's dead. We don't see a body. Now, I'll say this. We already know the fire, this dragon's flame will just melt you on contact. So, I guess for her, I guess it would make sense why she would maybe not have a body left, or any body parts left. But Haruhime's dead, and everybody sees that, and they're just like, oh shit. Not only is the morale going down, but you lost two people. You lost your one person that could literally sense where the Alsbana was going. And then you lose your party member. You lose a party member that will forget, for all intents and purposes, was actually able to boost up most of the weaker characters of this party. And now that those two very crucial people, pretty much supposedly dead, are now taken away from this fight, which makes this fight a lot more tougher, which is starting to make it seem like these characters will not be making out of it. Now, yes, we do have a squad. We have Tsubaki and the restaurant waitresses on their way to try to help, and they do ask some questions with the one elf, to what we saw from from the first half, because he's like, wait, you let the Hestia Familia down there to freaking die? What the hell are you doing? You should have helped them. And then they're like, okay, yada yada yada. So they get some information about everything that's going on. It seems like they're gonna be headed to the 24th floor. The question is, will they be able to make it in time to save people? And the thing is, even Tsubaki, when she was in the whole, when she was in the thing making something, there was a crack on one of the mallets, and she's like, crack, oh, that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign for luck every there. So I don't know if Tsubaki and the other waitresses from the restaurant will be able to get there in time to where maybe they can save maybe 3 people, but it's not looking good. And you just have it to where you have our boy with the axe, I forgot his name, and then you have Aisha, pretty much in a pissed off rage, especially Aisha. That look on Aisha's face, you see the despair on Aisha's face, and she was like, and then she gave that pissed off look. And when you have the subs dropping an F-bomb, shit just got real, bro. Shit, like, I was absolutely shocked. I read the subs, I was like, oh, she just dropped an F-bomb. Because we know how protective Aisha is of Haruhime, but that was absolutely shocking. Then only to get to the Bell and Ryu content in this episode, it was absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And we only get a glimpse of the terror that is the deeper floors. And just to see Bell, who we've come across all the 3 seasons, let's be honest, I haven't seen him this freak out. Hell, maybe we can say he hasn't been this freaked out since early stage season 1. Heck, even then you can say this is a whole new type of fear Bell is fearing right now that isn't even comparable, because we see as he goes up against the freaking Skull Sheep, he almost died. We have it to where Ryu heals him and everything. He's back to full. I'm like, okay, he's back to full health. He comes across the Skull Sheep, and next thing you know, he's already got, I want to say badly damaged, but he got opened up a bit. He got some chunks out of his skin taken away from this Skull Sheep. And the fact that if it wasn't for the damn scarf he had again, but even then the freaking Skull Sheep was biting so dang hard on this on his arm that it looked like he could have ripped that thing off even with the scarf. Bell was just stabbing rapidly, and luckily he hit the monster crystal to kill it. But you see this episode, the deeper floors, they ain't no joke, man. There is no joke. And even when they get to that one room where you see just adventurers just left in skull and bones right then and there, you can tell, oh no, this is a whole different type of level and everything. Now, maybe Bell gets out of this just by if Ryu was like maybe fully healthy. But no, that isn't the thing. And even then, they're in this one little tiny room after pretty much Bell freakily just fired off firebolts to freaking create another blockade for a bit, but only for Ryu to say, well, you need to rest for a bit. And I'm like, okay, this is a nice time. Maybe they can chill for a few minutes and everything, maybe an hour, chillax for a bit, rest up, get healthy, get a little bit more, rested up, get a little bit more healthy, get a little bit, maybe heal the injuries a bit more, just naturally, because Ryu had used up the last of her magic, only to find out that Ryu's like, yeah, you only got 5 minutes. And it's like 5 minutes just to sit there, get some Z's, and then guess what? All right, time to go. You got to get up. Like 5 minutes isn't it? Like 5 minutes isn't even enough, bro. That's like saying, okay, I'm gonna go back to sleep for like 5 minutes and get up and go take my shower and get ready for my day today. Like, it's just absolutely crazy with the lower floor, with the deeper floors, and seeing how really freakishly deadly it is and everything. So the whole thing that was hinted about this fact, it's no joke. Like, we see how, Bell in this episode, he freaks out after one Skull Sheep encounter. He was like, I would have freaking died. And the thing is, he looks like he's content, but after 3 of them show, there's some, and I'll actually speak about that, but then, you have to where Ryu, she's been across this whole thing as well. She feels like she needs to die, probably just to go try to see her former familia members. But Bell makes a good point. It's like, well, if it wasn't for you, being alive, I would probably be dead right now because I could not handle that skull sheep. So I need you to freaking do. So in a way, Bell inspired Ryu to stay composed, to continue on and everything. So she was good. It was also interesting too how the fact that he managed to get away from the he from the Juggernaut. I thought the Juggernaut kind of took its sweet ass time for no damn reason. Like, if you're out now, I don't know if it's because maybe it's a little bit badly damaged or something, or maybe it's fearful of whatever attack Bell could do, even if he's in a weakened state. But he managed to shut off that door for now. But even then, the Juggernaut is still overwide. The Juggernaut could still come out of nowhere. But you have it to where Bell inspires Ryu to keep going out, but when Bell's at his deepest darkest corner, where his mind is literally just shutting off after he's seen the 3 skull sheeps, and he's just like fireball, fireball, fire. He's just losing it, and then you could see in his eyes, he's just losing. He's like, we're gonna freaking die. And really, honestly, he lost it when he sees the dead adventurers right then and there, just a skull and bones. He's like, and it's funny because he just made the line, he's like, oh, we're gonna die, because he's like, oh, build up. Now I thought it was like a whole trap type of gig. I'm like, I think that's a trap. But no, it wasn't a trap. It was just, it looked like, there were adventurers and then everything. And then Bell looks like he's about to shut his mind off. But it was thanks to Ryu. She managed to say, you need to stay composed. We need to get through this together if we're going to get alive. If we're going to get out of here alive. So it's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting to say the least. But, another solid episode of Danmachi Season 4. I don't know where this is going to go. Now, next episode's title is literally Daphne's full name. So, with the way the fight against the Albana is turning out, I don't know if this means that I'm guessing or predicting that it looks like Daphne might be dying next week too. Dude, I don't know. Bell and Ryu in a whole heap of trouble. They only have 5 minutes to freaking rest, and then guess what? They're gonna have to get back up and probably escape from the creatures. And mind you, we've only seen this one skull sheep, and the fact that this skull sheep is actually a problem too. One of them was a whole issue, and just the fact that they can camouflage and then just attack you wherever they want. It's like, how do you read that? I have no clue. The skull sheep is only one of the enemies we've seen on the deep floors, new monsters we've seen on the deep floors. We don't even know what the heck. We don't even know what the heck else is on this floor. But Bell and company are equally not in good positions, and I'm just gonna be shocked to see how the hell are we going to get out of this situation. How the hell are some of these characters gonna die? I made predictions that I think a character will die. Now, again, if Harahime is dead, Makoto's dead, I don't know. And if Daphne's gonna potentially die next week, I don't know. My leading candidate was, I'm thinking that frickin' Aisha would have died. Well, it seems like Aisha outlived Harahime, but hey, listen, I'm loving Danmachi Season 4. The first 2 episodes have shown me utter despair. The wait is definitely worth it, and I'm gonna be very interested to see where the story goes from here. But if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Danmachi Season 4, as well as subscribe if you want to get more Danmachi content or any other Winter of Anime 2023 content I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day. Till then, guys, peace.